All right, Ho-Ho, can you
yeah.
Can you stick around here
Totally.
And be sort of my co-host?
Co-host.
Co-host. Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right, Ho-Ho, thank you so much. Yeah.
Totally.
Ho-Ho, the naughty elf.
Thank you. Who's coming? I'm excited.
Are you excited? Yeah. This is someone whom I have never met before. So
wow.
That's exciting.
Neato.
He is a gentleman. I don't even know his name.
Cool.
I just know a title, actually. It's a gentleman by the name of the Contraptionaire.
Wow.
Well,
a warm welcome for the Contraptionaire.
what a pleasure it is to be here. I haven't been to Atlanta in quite some time, my friends. I hail from the southeast, Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
That's correct, sir.
My place of birth.
Oh, is that so?
It is.
Sir, do you purport to tell me that you are in fact a Georgia peach?
Oh, wow.
What's that little creature?
It was a cute idea. Hi.
Hello.
This is Ho-Ho.
Look at you. Are you real?
No.
You're not real?
I don't know.
I thought that was something that would have come up before.
If you believe in me, I'm real.
Well, I believe that I am looking at you. I thought at first glance that perhaps you were some sort of clockwork doll.
I thought you might be the new Harriet Tubman
Dollar bill.
dollar bill.
Ooh, may I ask you a question, sir?
Sure.
Why would you have that delusion?
Well, it's as tiny as a dollar bill. It's the exact size of a dollar bill.
But not the shape, sir. Not the shape.
Pardon me.
Pardon granted. Thank you very much for having me on your program.
My pleasure. Now, we have never met before.
No, we are meeting for the first time now, sir. Even now, we are studying each other's facial features and getting to know one another visually. Mm-hmm. So that perhaps, by chance, should we meet again, we shall recognize one another.
I like to do it visually, but I also like to feel. So would you mind if I just kind of like...
He's fake blind.
This is unorthodox, but I will allow it as I am a gentleman.
What does it feel like?
Part above the lip was a little fuzzy.
Well, as I say, I am a gentleman, sir, so I have a gentleman's mustache.
Ah. So you're from Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia, yes.
Yes. And that's the extent of what I know about you other than your title.
Well, then allow me to elucidate, my friend. Fans of impending knowledge.
It's with great anticipation. We want to know more.
I hope that you are savoring these last few moments of ignorance as to my identity.
I love it.
Now begins your new life. Please cross the threshold with me as I tell you who the fuck I am. Now, as you have said, sir, I am known as the Contraptionaire. I am a man who makes contraptions.
Wow.
Should have
Neat.
guessed that.
We could probably use you at the North Pole. What do you make?
Well, I make all manner of contraptionary devices.
So you invent things.
Sir, I have no truck with inventions. I do not make machines. I make contraptions.
I see. So
I contrapt things.
So you must own a lot of patents then.
No, I do not. That is for inventors, sir. The patent is the bane of the contraptionary arts.
Do contraptions do anything?
Oh, they do all manner of things, you tiny weirdo. Let's say you want something done, a common household task that you are tired of doing with your own two hands because haven't you got enough to worry about on this God's green earth that we call home? Well, what you need is a contraption to assist you.
Oh.
Is there some sort of some sort of household task that I'm tired of doing, like refiling and alphabetizing my books?
Oh, my heavens. Is there a more hateful task on this world than refiling and alphabetizing one's books? It is enough to give a grown man the vapors, I should say. Well, my friend, what you need is a contraption.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. You would then see...
I am so glad that you are joining me on the other side.
So you would not invent something?
I would contrapt something,
you would
sir.
Contrapt something?
Yes.
What would it look like? Would it be made of...
Oh, I don't know. I have not contrapted this thing.
Okay.
I can tell you this. Probably rubber bands would be involved. Here, let me paint a picture for you. The job of which you speak, although I have not been contracted to contrapt this particular contraption, something like that, I would say definitely rubber bands will be involved. Probably a tall glass of water that would be kicked over by a shoe that is held in place by a wooden slat on a hinge.
I see. So,
may I ask you this, sir?
Certainly.
In order to speed up the contraptionary process, do you have a tame squirrel in your home?
A teen squirrel?
A tame squirrel in his teens. Can't be a tween squirrel. Oh,
Skirl? Skirl?
That's what we call it.
Girl tween.
Skirl, you're a tween now.
Girl, you know it's true.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I love
Scoot. I don't think I have an untamed squirrel in my home. I try to keep my home squirrel-free.
I do.
You have?
I have lots of untamed animals in my home.
Is that so?
Yeah.
What would you describe your home for me?
It's the North Pole.
Okay.
It's a red shack.
It's a shack?
All the elves live in a red shack outside of Santa's house.
Really? Well, I
Yeah.
guess to someone as tiny as you, a small shack would seem like a giant mansion.
It's a mansion to me, yeah. Yeah, it's endless.
Endless.
Yeah. I do cartwheels all over the place and I never reach either side.
Wow. So why do you call it a shack then?
Because that's what Santa calls it when he hits us.
Now, you will forgive a gentleman's incredulity, you tiny mythological thing. But do you mean to say that Santa Claus, Father Christmas himself, you mean to say he beats his elves?
Yeah, the naughty ones.
For some reason, I find that very impossible to believe.
Well, I'll send you a vine I took of it.
Vine, is that the telephone appliance that everyone is using?
Vine's the old Snapchat. You're familiar with that, aren't you?
These are words that I have heard separately, but not in this particular order.
So what type of animals do you have?
Are we done with me, a person you've never met before?
I find this interesting, and it is tangentially
Sir,
related.
you seem to have reached the apex of your interest in me, a total and complete stranger.
Don't get sad. It's okay.
I am never sad, for I'm always thinking of new contraptions in my brain.
What are you thinking of right now?
Well, right now, I'm thinking of a contraption that would free young hooligans from the inside of abandoned refrigerators, which they persist in playing inside of and upon.
And not miniature refrigerators.
And not mini fridge boxes.
No, these are full-size refrigerators that maybe you could fold a Lisa mattress in half and cram it in there if you take out all the shelves and, of course, the produce that you have stored within it.
That's another good slogan. Lisa Mattress, don't crawl into our box and die.
That's what she said.
Well, you got me there. She did say it, and we had to address it. So you're thinking of a contraption to release these hooligans from these refrigerators?
Yes, I am.
And what would it, do you know the mechanism yet?
I can almost see it very clearly. I know that marbles would be involved. I think a ringing alarm clock. And I am guessing some sort of waterfowl on a tether.
Do you ever, go to the machine shop and make parts for any of your contraptions?
The machine shop, he says. I will forgive you your adorable naivete, my friend. But the machine shop is no friend to the Contraptionaire.
Because then it would turn into an invention.
It would turn into a machine, do you see? Machines and contraptions are two entirely different things.
Are you worried somehow about machines rising up? Is that why you don't want something to be a machine?
That will never happen, my friend.
Really?
The machines will never rise up because the machines lack a thing that is essential for rising up against human beings, and that is a soul. A machine does not know that it is sad. It just knows that it has to perform certain tasks.
So meanwhile, humans are sad.
We're sad all the time. We're a very sad race of creatures. What a strange applause.
I'm very sad, yeah. My life is horrible.
I believe it was Shakespeare himself who said, what a piece of work is man.
Was it
Maybe
him?
he was talking about a contraption.
I think he was talking about a human being.
Yes, but that human being being a piece of work. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, he was talking about like a man.
He was saying people are contraptions. Anyway, I don't want to split hairs with you. I just want to impress upon you that my passion is making contraptions, and if I could, what I would love to do is once again slip the surly bonds of Earth and travel to outer space in a contraption of my own making.
You say once again?
It happened once by accident. This is like Philadelphia all over again.
Are you trying to say that you
have penetrated the inky blackness of outer space? Yes, sir, I am telling you that.
In a contraption of your devising?
In a contraption of my devising. I did not even intend for this contraption to go as far as it did. My sole desire, my goal, was to get high enough up into space that I could take a photograph of my beloved Savannah, Georgia. See it as our Lord does see it from on high in the celestial heavens.
Aren't there like astronaut pictures that exist?
Yeah, just Google it.
Oh, may I ask you a question? Did I take those?
I don't know.
Why would you bother taking a picture at all if there's Google, as you say?
Because you're taking a picture of something that there isn't a picture of, like your own birthday party.
Right, I see. So everyone, if anyone's ever taken a picture of you, you should forbid anyone else for ever taking a picture of you again. It's been done. Hey, if you go into the Grand Canyon, one of the Earth's most natural wonders and awe-inspiring spectacle, throw your camera in the trash can. This is a sound argument. I am being sarcastic for the sake of those audience members who are a lot slower on the uptake than we might be.
You're super condescending.
Am I, sir?
Not only to me, but to all of them.
Well, now, you will forgive me. I do not mean to condescend. I'm merely trying to elucidate my position vis-a-vis the photographic arts.
It's making me feel bad.
So you were trying to launch yourself up into space?
Yes.
So you weren't trying to go to space, you were merely trying to launch yourself up into space? Sir,
I beg you, I crave your indulgence. If it would not be too much trouble for you to shut up for 2 seconds, that I may tell you my story. I sought merely to rise above the Earth's atmosphere, take a photograph of my own taking of my beloved Savannah, Georgia. But my contraption, it had an artificial intelligence that had other ideas. I had contrapted it too well, sir. It is possible to contrapt too well.
Why did you need an artificial intelligence to launch yourself up into the atmosphere?
To monitor the various beeps, boops, and buzzes of the contraption, sir. Please, you are showing your ignorance to everyone here, including ladies.
How'd you get back?
There's a little more to the story before we get back to right now.
Sorry, I'm just very curious. Jeez. Well, fill in the blanks.
I will do so directly. This artificial intelligence, which was merely supposed to monitor boops and beeps, as I said, it took me to other dimensions. Well, can you imagine such a thing?
Other dimensions?
Yes, there are 7 dimensions.
7?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Only 7? I thought there were as many dimensions as there were choices in the human...
Is this a choose-your-own-adventure book you're talking about? Because those are severely limited.
The reviews are in. Gotta get back to the gym. What are the 7 dimensions?
Well, the dimension in which we live, of course, is the peanut butter dimension.
Of course.
Because we're the only dimension where peanut butter exists.
Really? Wow,
Cool.
I'm so glad I live in this one. I don't know what I would do without peanut butter.
Aren't you glad you live in the peanut butter dimension?
Yeah.
There's the kangaroo dimension.
But wouldn't that be the kangaroo dimension because it's the only dimension that has kangaroos?
No, they got everything else except peanut butter. But kangaroos are very popular.
I mean, kangaroos are popular here.
Not as popular as they are in the kangaroo dimension.
Like how...
Oh, if a kangaroo from the peanut butter dimension were to travel to the kangaroo dimension, why, he would feel like he were a king on this earth, sir.
Really?
Yes.
They're as popular as like the Kardashians or something like that?
Not that popular. Little less
okay, a little less.
popular. Just more popular than kangaroos are here.
So like as popular as Kathy Griffin? I'm trying to figure out the scale here.
If it pleases you and makes it easy for you to understand, sir, then yes. In the kangaroo dimension, kangaroos are as popular as Kathy Griffin.
Wow.
I don't know why you're condescending to me. You're the one who knows these things.
I do not mean to condescend, sir. I believe it is merely my manner, and I fear that I am being ungentlemanly when I do not intend to do so.
So, kangaroo dimension,
That's
peanut
right.
butter dimension.
Peanut butter dimension.
We have 5 dimensions left.
Tipsy-topsy.
Tipsy-topsy.
The tipsy-topsy dimension.
Is everything upside down there?
No, it's just more tipsy-topsy.
Hey, the confetti from the other show.
Been saving that since New Year's. To old acquaintance been forgot and never brought to mind. To old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne. The rhythm.
Respect my neck, sir.
I will. So
There's
Tipsy Topsy.
Tipsy Topsy.
Tipsy Topsy,
There's
great.
Egg Town.
Ape Town.
Egg Town.
Oh.
Egg Town.
Everybody looks like a Humpty Dumpty. Otherwise, it's exactly the same.
Cute.
It's pretty adorable.
Are they cracked?
Some are cracked, as some human beings are cracked in the soul.
Any cheers for that?
A lot of nihilists out there.
There's Little Egg Town.
Little Egg Town. What is that like?
That everyone is shaped like eggs, but they're littler.
Is that another dimension or just part
It's
of
another
it?
dimension.
Okay.
It's another dimension.
It's another dimension.
Another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension.
No doubt this is a reference to popular music, which I find abhorrent.
Yeah, you only like All Lang Syne.
And the Star Wars Cantina theme.
My two favorite songs.
Hey, that's my hair.
Is that yours? Okay, so we got 5.
That's right.
Great.
Melon Bank.
Melon
Mail and
Bank.
bank.
Melon Bank.
Mail and bank.
Melon Bank.
Melon
Like
bank.
watermelon?
Like the bank called Melon Bank. You don't need a reference.
No one's ever heard of that.
No one's. How many people here have heard of Melon Bank?
I guess
It
you want-
appears that the two of you are in the wrong, while I have been vindicated.
Well, I have an excuse. I live at the North Pole. What about you?
I'm stupid.
Are you the type who saves all of his money in a mattress, sir?
Well, I do have a very comfortable mattress.
Layers of cooling gel to keep your money in.
Yep. Lisa mattresses have cooling gel inside them.
Certainly.
That and there's a money back guarantee.
Do they have gel in them like one of my favorite childhood toys, the Stretch Armstrong?
Yep.
Yeah, you can stretch it all the way
They're
out.
like a jelly donut, actually.
Oh, that kind of gel.
Yeah.
All right.
Edible.
Melon Bank is a dimension that has been corporatized and taken over by Melon Bank.
Oh, that's
Okay.
sad.
The logo's everywhere.
And one more?
That's right. That's correct, sir. The dimension with no math.
The dimension with no.
This is a
math.
world, picture it if you can, if you dare. This is a world that mirrors our own, and yet they have no mathematics to speak of.
So school is 1 hour shorter?
No, it's the same length, but they just sit around for an hour. And no one knows why.
No math, that must mean there's no clocks.
No time.
That's correct.
Oh, I know someone who would be very upset about that.
Ooh,
Not important.
if you say so.
There'd be no car, there'd be no inventions practically.
No birthdays. No,
No birthdays.
Christmas.
That's correct. All of
No
these are correct.
Christmas!
Oh no. What do
Is
they
there
do?
a Santa Claus?
There used to be.
Wait, Santa's,
Please, Contraptionaire, tell us the tale of what happened to Santa Claus.
he's immortal in our dimension.
It was snowing in the dimension with no math.
It feels good.
What happened over
We've established that when it snows, it's ho-ho
Ho-ho.
jerking off.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might have missed that.
I fear that I must have. I'm glad to be caught up to speed on stage in front of all of these people. Little children were waiting for Christmas presents that would never come.
Oh no.
Because, of course, there was no such thing as Christmas, because there was no such thing as a calendar, because there was no such thing as math. But the citizens of the dimension with no math, they carried on all the traditions that we have here on earth, but they did not know what to do with them. And so, on Christmas Day, everyone's goddamn families would show up at their door, expecting some gigantic meal and a bunch of gifts. But the families that lived there were perplexed. Why, sir, why should I give you a bunch of gifts?
And would they all have arguments about what house they were going to go to?
Every single time. And no one knew why. Santa Claus, from his perch
His poich.
up in the northern pole, he looked down at the citizens of the dimension with no mouth. And he said, well, I guess that's that. And he blew his brains out.
Whoa!
Wow.
Cool!
With a candy gun. He shot Skittles directly into his skull.
That'll do it.
Anything can kill you with enough velocity.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good idea.
It was not meant as a suggestion, little creature.
I'm always looking for new toys for the kids.
All right.
Just saying.
So,
I feel as if I do not wish to encourage your behavior because you seem to be perhaps an evil thing.
I'm more naughty than evil. There's a difference, you know?
Well, now, you're talking about providing firearms to children. That almost seems as if, and you'll pardon me for saying, as I am a gentleman, it seems as if that crosses a bit of a line.
they're still legal, Contraptionaire, as long as I have any breath in my body.
Oh, I see.
Fight!
What? Do not heed the words of this malicious sprite.
Man, I almost punched him. You're right.
You did.
What am I thinking?
I'm sorry.
I would hate for you to strike me, sir, and then you would have to meet me on the field of honor at dawn.
It's too early.
Exactly. Why must these duels occur first thing in the morning?
You still got your eye boogers in. It's hard to get a straight shot.
If there's any occasion for which you wish to sleep in, it's certainly
To die.
when you might be blowing someone's face off.
Face off?
That's correct. That is what I said.
Oh, okay. Thought I misheard. So, which dimension did you travel to?
I traveled to all of them, sir.
All of them.
I saw all of them from my contraption in the sky. And may I say, at the risk of sounding like a pandering Pete.
Of an expression we all know.
Everyone knows the expression of pandering Pete. May I just say, and I do not know how people will respond to this, the peanut butter dimension is the greatest of all 7 dimensions.
Yeah!
Hey, now can I ask, how'd you get back?
Oh, I asked the artificial intelligence, will you please take us back to Earth?
Oh, okay.
Does the artificial intelligence still exist?
I had to destroy it.
Oh. I wonder if it knew you would do that.
Well now, sir, it never occurred to me that the artificial intelligence of my contraption may have been planning this and had been ahead of me the whole time. Well, that would impart to this device a sort of emotional intelligence that I had not intended for it to possess.
And if machines have emotions,
Contraptions.
begging your pardon, if contraptions have emotions, do they not have souls?
Sir, you have shaken me to my very core. And I am now questioning every belief I once had about that which I hold most dear, which is to say, contraptions.
Can I ask, what was the artificial intelligence made out of?
It was like, let's see. There was like one of those fireplace bellows was in there. I think 8-ball from a pool table. A stack of flapjacks was just smothered in syrup. And if I'm not much mistaken, a delightful and mischievous otter.
One of those tame animals that you're so fond of using.
Indeed. I have referenced them before, and I have done so again.
So what are you doing in Atlanta?
I'm here for a Coca-Cola because you really want to get as close to the source as possible.
Oh, sure.
It's like Guinness in Ireland. Like the closer you get to the Coca-Cola Museum, the more delicious the Coca-Cola is. The effervescence is tantalizing.
It's like cocaine. The more you cut it.
What's that?
Oh, you don't know what cocaine is?
No.
Are we in the cocaine dimension as well?
You tell me.
We have cocaine here. You're missing out.
Describe to me what it is and what its effects might be.
It's a white powder, and it makes you feel like you're infinite.
It sounds like an exciting powdered contraption.
It's not really a contraption.
It's just dust.
Sort of like snow in a way.
Yeah, you could say it's similar to snow.
Well, this is very interesting.
Thank you.
You're a very interesting person.
Thank you very much for saying so. It would be prideful if I were to think that of myself.
But it's all right that others think of that.
Well, who am I to tell you what you can and cannot say, sir? And of course, your thoughts remain your own, either expressed or unexpressed. It matters not one whit to me.
Is this your Twitter bio?
I enjoyed that.
I also enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Well, can you stick around? We have another guest.
I have literally no other place to go on earth.
But in other dimensions?
I pray that I remain in the peanut butter dimension till the rest of my days, sir.
What's the worst of the dimensions if you had to go to it?
Tipsy-topsy. Because that is a dimension where in the story of Christ, which is the same across all dimensions.
Oh, good.
What a relief.
Christ is killed with water balloons.
Is that the only difference in the dimensions?
It's a pretty big difference, sir.
Seems better.
It wasn't. It was a gruesome spectacle to behold.
Oh. All right.
I would rather go that way.
Me too. Kill me with water balloons if I could die.
All right, I will make a note.
All right, well, we have to get to our next guest.
That is fine.
And I have to look up his name, unfortunately. But
so often when we have guests come to visit us, we do have to consult some sort of recording to make sure we know what their names are.
do either of you like the arts in general?
Yeah.
I like them in general.
Specifically music.
Oh, yeah.
As we know, I enjoy two songs.
What is your favorite song, Ho-Ho?
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is it because half of your name is in it?
Yeah. Thanks for noticing.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun when you hear your name in a song.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard my name in a song.
The name, what is your name again?
You don't know my name. You've been talking to me for a half hour.
Well, the name, that happened so early on.
Okay, Scott.
Also, you did not introduce yourself.
Oh, sorry. Scott Ackerman.
Oh, hello.
Is there a jingle for Scott toilet paper? They're trying to make a song.
This simple observation seems to have fomented some sort of riot in this theater. What an unexpected turn of events.
I notice you have an interesting accent.
Do I, sir?
Every 300th word.
Is that so? Have you noticed that sometimes I lean in particularly hard to a certain word or two?
Boy, that was one. Yeah. All right, well, our next guest is a singer of said music.
Cool.
A legendary soul singer.
Oh, this is exciting.
Please welcome to the stage in Atlanta. You're going to know him. Please welcome Donny Gary.
beautiful people in the house tonight. I see you guys holding hands. You got that funny feeling in your stomach. You know what that is? I know what that is.
That's love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's love for you, baby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that's love. Cut it.
Thank you.
Yay!
Oh, thank you very much. Woo. Oh, thank you for having me, Mr. Ackerman.
My goodness. That's love.
That's my song. That's love.
That's your song, and you're sticking to it.
Yep, I'm sticking to it. Thank you very
Cool.
much for having me.
My pleasure. Donny Gary.
Yep.
Such a legend.
Such a legend, yeah. I've been all around the world. Unfortunately, you guys may have seen a little bit about me in the news. Right now, I am currently in trouble for tax evasion.
Oh, no.
Terrible news.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah. $5 million in debt.
$5 million.
$5 million in debt right
Well, now that is quite a sum of money, sir.
Yes,
I mean, it's a low amount of millions,
that is true.
so that's on the bright side.
There could be 999 million. That's the most millions.
Yep. So,
Most millions, 999 million.
no, you could have 1,000 millions.
No, that's 1 billion. It switches over to 1 billion.
Flips a switch.
Yep. It becomes 1 billion. Lucky for me, I'm only 5 million.
How'd
That is
happen?
lucky.
How'd you get in debt?
Well, I was not aware you had to pay taxes.
Oh,
I did not know that the country needs money to run.
Mr. Gary. You are saying that in the entirety of your life, you remain ignorant of the idea of federal income taxes.
I thought that roads were made by good Samaritans.
But
I see these gentlemen out there working, and I was like, that's mighty kind of them. We needed this road.
But Mr. Gary, when you
Oh, he's overcome with emotion.
No,
oh my goodness,
He's crying. Ugh.
wipe the tears, please, please.
sorry.
So sentimental.
I cry thinking about all those people working at the post office for free.
You've gone to an amusement park certainly in your life.
Yes,
It's
yes.
a good place to start.
Of course you have.
There's a perfect place to start to illustrate the
Yeah.
idea
Yes.
of taxes.
You've paid to get into Disneyland, I would imagine.
No, I sneak inside of a stranger's stroller.
But you know you're sneaking in, so you know the concept of that it costs money.
Yes, but I knew that was a private enterprise.
As opposed to
Public.
which is paid for by.
Nobody.
So you hadn't thought this through.
Yes. No,
Okay.
I now know. But at the time, I was living the high life.
Sure.
In the 70s.
You're an older gentleman.
Yes,
You're a
I'm
legend.
64 years old, yes.
Wow.
Your music's amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, actually, I have a new album coming out.
You
Oh,
do?
wow.
I do, yes, yeah. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. When does this drop?
It's going to drop as soon as I can get it recorded and produced.
What's your new album about?
Well, you know, a lot of this recent misfortune has inspired a lot of beautiful new music.
Well, from tragedy sometimes
Grows a song.
As the old expression does go.
That's true. Yeah, I would love to maybe try out a couple of songs on you guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Would the audience like to hear something like
This
that?
is
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Quite an event.
This is amazing.
Private
my.
concert.
Hit it, baby. Oh, yeah. Girl, you know how every time you go to McDonald's, they charge you $1.50 for a soda? Well, did you know that if you hold on to that cup and you bring it back with you every time you go to McDonald's, you can have all the free soda you can drink?
I reuse McDonald's cups, yeah. I don't ever pay for soda. I'm talking infinite refills on fountain soda, yeah. I mix Fanta and box root beer, 2 sodas for the price of one, yeah.
Thank you. Oh. Thank you.
Wow, that was good.
That's what happens. People respond when you just transcribe your real life into music with no rhymes.
That's a good idea.
Thank you, yeah. I
Wow.
haven't had any water to drink in 6 months.
Because you have been drinking this free fountain soda.
This free soda.
Do you notice the button on these that has like sometimes a W, or it just says water?
Oh, is that what that W stands for?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I should have noticed that.
Is that why your teeth are all brown?
Yes.
Did you? What? They look like they've been colored with a marker.
I'm currently coloring my teeth. I'm trying to start a trend. Everybody's trying to whiten their teeth lately. And I know eventually it's going to come around and people are going to want nasty brown teeth. So I'm a little ahead of the curve. You guys will have your brown teeth soon. Get ready.
Wow. So how has this affected your life? I mean, you were one of the more rich entertainers in the world.
I
mean,
was, yeah.
One of the more rich.
One of the more rich. Not the most rich.
No, no one
Not
would say
richer.
that.
Not
No.
one of the richest or richer, but one of the more rich
One of the
entertainers.
more-
When you stacked entertainers up next to each other,
Which I have done.
really?
Oh, are we on the verge of
Yeah.
a saucy story, sir?
One time I stacked all of Sly and the Family Stone on end. When they
On
were
top of-
sleeping, and they did not wake up. It was crazy in the late
Like,
70s.
like
It was
a stack
crazy.
of pancakes, or like on top, feet on top of heads.
Feet on top of heads.
That'd be hard not to.
I had to
wake up.
get some scaffolding. It was one of my craziest pranks. They used to call me the George Clooney of the 70s.
And would they say, that teenager?
On Facts of Life.
Yeah. They would say, that guy's gonna grow up to be an on-set prankster. They would call me that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I am currently, it's funny you brought up amusement parks. I am currently living inside of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland. On the third left, you will see a gentleman drinking out of a bottle that has 3 X's on it in a repetitive motion, and then cackling and pointing. That's me.
What's in the cup?
Soda.
Well, now, are you saying that you refill your plastic flagon at the McDonald's,
No.
then you transport it to this triple X jug at
No.
Disneyland?
I refill the cup and I take it back and forth inside a ladies' strollers.
A lady's stroller.
Yeah, it's interesting because you had mentioned you sneak in there.
I sneak out in strollers as well.
They just let anyone leave. Had you not noticed that? They would rather you leave.
I was not aware. I thought if you snuck into a place, you also had to sneak out.
Every gentleman must have his code.
Yes.
My gosh. So how is it? What is it like living in the Pirates of the Caribbean? I mean, do you have to do that? It must be thousands of times a day.
Yes, I do that constantly. Occasionally, I'll switch and I'll go be that man who's running around in circles chasing the lady.
Do you just stand with your leg up like you're moving?
Yeah. And then I put a stick up my butthole. And it holds me in place.
A crude but simple contraption.
One of the first in history. Wow, and so...
That's one of the first contraptions.
When the first caveman saw a stick, he said, I wonder what if it went up here?
I have to agree. I think that happened pretty early on. I would not be a bit surprised.
So that must not be the only change in your life, though. I mean, you live at Disneyland, which seems more trouble than it's worth.
Because you have also said you sneak out. So do you act the pirate for the hours of operation of the park
and then leave? Yeah.
Yeah, you should
Sneak in
sleep
at the
there.
end of the day.
Sleep there.
No, I just stay there during business hours and then I get the hell out of there.
Where do you sleep?
Currently, I am sleeping inside of a Cracker Barrel general store as a rustic scarecrow.
Does anyone ever recognize you from your singing days?
Occasionally, some older women will be like, "This scarecrow looks a lot like Donny Gary," and I'll go, "No, it doesn't," and they'll run off.
What are your other songs about?
Well, I'm happy you brought that up because I would love to play track 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hit it, baby. Oh, yeah. Girl, you know how people always leave their cell phone chargers behind in their hotel room and the lobby collects them in a lost and found? Well, did you know there's no rule saying you can't lie about all those chargers being yours?
I got 28 cell phone chargers for you, baby. If you need to charge your phone, you can do it on one of my 28 cell phone chargers, babe. Unfortunately, they're only for Boost Mobile phones. Boost Mobile, no contract required. Prepaid minutes, yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
My gosh.
Wow.
A lot of fans of loose cell phone chargers in the room.
That had a very distinctive melody that I've heard 3 times.
Well, yeah, like I said, I don't have any producers yet, so I had to record that song on a computer inside of the Apple Store before they kicked me out on GarageBand. I had about 4 minutes because I had been pretending to be a Genius Bar member for the whole day.
Wait, so they...
Animatronically?
I was dressed as a Genius Bar member, drinking out of a big jug with 3 X's on it, with a stick up my butthole.
That's what
And they didn't kick you out then.
That's what
But only
some-
until you went to the computer to get on GarageBand.
Yeah, somehow, you know those stores, they're really crowded. People are in there, they want to get a Mophie case, and they want to get out. So they didn't even notice.
The customers didn't know.
Yeah.
Nor the employees.
Nor the employees, because I was helping people.
Were you? Mm-hmm. What was your best advice that you gave people about computers?
Control-Alt-Delete.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, that restarts your computer, right?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But isn't that a restart button on the computer?
I am only familiar with PCs from the early 90s. I still actually have 1 hour left of free AOL.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, out of my 1,000 hours.
Are you
I'm hanging on to that last hour.
Yeah, just thinking about what you're going to do with it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you hope to time it out like your last hour alive?
Yes. That would be great, to spend my last hour alive just kind of going through Reddit.
That's probably happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, how many people in the world does that happen to?
A lot of people have heart attacks on Reddit. Yeah.
That is,
Looking up their symptoms.
that is perhaps the most chilling thought that I have ever had. When people are looking up their heart attack symptoms on Reddit,
Yeah, get into long,
So heart attack symptoms
long
go
threads.
viral.
I'm not going to listen to those eggheads at WebMD. I'm going to go to the regular people of Reddit. My left arm is tingling Redditors. What do you say?
AMA.
Which also stands for the American Medical Association Irony of Ironies.
My gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep.
Rough stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah, do you have a vehicle of some sort, or do you?
I do, yeah. If anybody wants to go on a date with me, I do not currently have a car, but I get from place to place by stuffing myself inside of a tractor tire and rolling it down hills.
You can only get to places
Yeah.
going down hills?
I'm slowly making my way to sea level.
What if your date wants to go uphill?
I go, sorry, baby, we are only going to the Chili's downwind.
As the old expression goes.
You ever gone down that crazy San Francisco street with...
I did. A lady wanted to, she wanted to eat those bread bowls.
All of them? What sort of glutton was this?
Just a lady with a big appetite at one of my shows.
Forgive me if I'm prying. Mm-hmm. Are you traveling from state to state inside a large tractor tire?
Yes, that's how I'm currently making my way down the Appalachian Trail. I will end up in Miami, and it really flattens out there, so I'll be stuck, and then I'll stow myself inside of a Delta airplane. I'll pretend to be the pilot.
Let me just tell you, there are better things to pretend to be.
Many
And
things.
he doesn't show up in a tire.
I'm pretty sure being a pilot is all just about confidence. You can just fake your way up into that seat. And then all you got to do is push that lever forward and pull back on this lever.
And then go, boink, autopilot.
Yeah. And then that other fool next to you will take over, my co-pilot.
Now, you don't think he might, say, question your credentials, being as he has never seen you before?
And you're probably not dressed as a pilot.
You'll probably dress like half a pirate from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. You got an Apple Genius t-shirt on.
That's true. That's true.
And maybe you got like straw coming out of a bag on your head.
That's exactly what I look like.
We can see you.
We didn't want to bring it up before because we didn't want to embarrass you.
And if you look underneath, this is a Best Buy t-shirt.
Oh!
Just in case.
Just in case I have to work there for the day.
How many times does that come up?
Very rarely.
Probably not even worth mentioning.
One time I had to work at a Best Buy, and I suggested a gentleman should, he was looking.
You're getting emotional again. Compose yourself.
I'm sorry.
This is a hard story.
He was a police officer, and I knew he wasn't getting paid, and he came in, and I felt sorry for him, so I gave him a top-bottom washer-dryer for free.
A stackable washer and dryer.
Stackable. I had them stacked up really high. Because I was pranking that Best Buy. George Clooney's back again, baby.
With all of this extracurricular activity, it seems like it must be hard to focus on the music.
It is. But luckily, I was able to write 3 songs.
Yeah. Wow.
I would love to sing the final song I have written.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I think people would love to hear it.
All right, hit it, baby.
What a treat.
Oh, yeah. Girl, you know how Disneyland, they charge too much for food and snacks? Well, did you know that if you buy a bunch of diapers and you stuff them with barbecue, you can sneak as much food into the park as you want by just pretending you're carrying a sack full of dirty diapers.
I got a sack full of fake dirty diapers for you, baby. Sack full of diapers filled with barbecue. There's enough for 2. We can eat them on the Haunted Mansion. Yikes, look out for that ghost. Yikes, that was scary. Should have seen it coming. It's called the Haunted Mansion. After all, we should have known they were in here. I also got a big trash bag filled with McDonald's soda.